Okay, so we are still working on a map grid, week 4 of daily geography. We are on the Wednesday question. So if I slide that up, it says, which cities are located at E2, E3, and E5? So I go back to my grid. I'm looking for E. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here's E1. Here's E2. So there is a town in E2. E1, 2, 3, E3. There is a town in E3, so we'll have to write that on the line. There's nothing in E4 except the label Mississippi River, but that's not a town, that's a river. And then E5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is a town located in E5. So the names of the three towns that we will need to put are right here. Remember, even though I would like complete sentences, I'm not requiring that because of the amount of space that you have. Just write your answers on the line. Now let's look at question 2. How many grid squares does the Red River cross before joining the Mississippi River? How many grid squares does the Red, so I'm looking for the Red River, but before it joins the Mississippi River. So I'm going to start on my map and I'm going to trace the Mississippi River first because those are the ones I don't count. So I remember that the Mississippi River went right through here. So I'm going to take my highlighter and I'm going to trace the Mississippi River. It goes down here into the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, it does this weird little fan thing. It goes up here and it follows the border all the way up here and goes north until it finally reaches the state of Minnesota, where the where the Mississippi River starts. Now the Red River, I see the words Red River here, and I'm going to try to use pink because it's the closest highlighter I have to red. So the Red River, which is right here, goes up here to the border of Louisiana, and I'm sure it goes into the state above, and it goes down here past the town of Alexandria until it finally meets up with the with the Mississippi River right here. So the question was, how many grid squares does the Red River cross before joining the Mississippi River? Well, let me see. It's in one grid square here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a little bit of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is in 6 grid squares before it crosses the Mississippi River. Again, you don't need to write a complete sentence. Just tell me 6 grid squares. Don't just put 6. Tell me 6 what?